Look at that, eh? Running right in there. I'm still scratching my head, wondering why he's washing out where we gotta pour concrete. I was just wondering why he's washing out there. We gotta pour that. Yeah, I know. You wanna pull that? I got this a few times. I'm just wondering. Alright. Let's get some. Yeah, right out of there. We got her full of water from washing trucks out in it. I took all the wire out. I can't do it. Even when it ain't my job, I still care a lot about the jobs. We're gonna rake all that water out of there. Somebody will get mad at us because it's in the street, but that would just ruin this sidewalk. What a mess. Alright guys, we're gonna get all that out of there and then throw the wire back in it. Hey guys, Bondo. I might have got myself into a little bit of a trouble here this morning. I decided I was gonna give a guy a hand pouring some concrete. It's Mike. I've helped him in the past. He said he had a pour. It's 3 days before Christmas, and I don't pour concrete in this weather. I'll show you. We got snow on the ground, everything else. It's in the 30s. I don't like to pour concrete in this. So I'm heading to the job right now. I got the Brentwoods on because it all started out, I went and looked at the job yesterday, and Mike said that we were gonna pour it with a conveyor. We can't use Circle T. They weren't available. So we're using Northern Rosselli, and they have an old conveyor. And Mike wanted to do it with just 3 of us. It's like 35 yards or so. Mike wanted to do it with 3 of us. And I said, we better pick up a couple guys. Well, Mike didn't really have anybody, so I said, I'll call a couple guys. You know, might want to make a few bucks before Christmas or whatever. So I called, didn't get anybody, but they text me back. I text them too, and I got a couple guys that help me once in a while, a father-son team, and they said they would help. I said, perfect. Called Mike back. I said, Mike, I got 2 guys. Perfect. So we're still going to conveyor the whole thing at that point. And then, lo and behold, Mike calls me last night. He says, listen, I got another guy, and he's going to, we don't need your guys now. I got another guy. So he goes, we're going to pour it with him. He goes, he's I could save a few bucks or whatever. I'm like, geez, I don't want to call these guys back and tell them that I don't need them now. You know, I don't roll that way. But it was Mike's job, so Mike's calling the shots on this one. So I text the guys back and said, listen, Mike's doesn't need you. We got a couple other people, and Mike's normal guys or whatever. And they didn't even text me back, so I'm pretty sure they're probably pissed off at me. And I use these guys a lot, so I'm not happy about that. But then Mike calls me this morning, which is we're supposed to pour today at 10 o'clock. He said yesterday the concrete's coming at 10, which is good because it'd warm up a little bit. And he says Northern Rosselli's conveyors froze up, so we can't use it. I'm like, shit. So now we're back to wheeling this thing 35 yards or whatever, and my guys aren't coming because I canceled them, the 2 guys that were gonna help me. So I'm like, geez, I wish we didn't cancel them guys, but I know they're pissed off, so I don't even want to try to get back a hold of them. You know, maybe they would help, maybe they wouldn't, I don't know. So now I got the Brentwoods in the truck. I'm heading to the job because I'm sitting there having my coffee. It's about 8:30, and Mike says, well, Northern, now that we're not using the conveyor, Northern can load us right now. He said the concrete will be there in a half an hour. I said, geez, I'm 20 minutes away. I haven't even showered, sitting there drinking my coffee. So I'm scrambling to get out the door, And this morning's turning into a real shit show. Pardon my French. But I'm heading to the job, and I guess he picked up no, he didn't pick up anybody. So we got me, Mike, and 2 guys. So there's 4 of us. And that's a little light in my opinion. But whatever, we'll get it done. But that's how my day started, guys. So I'm gonna give him a hand, and I'll try to get some video footage of it. I'm not gonna stay and finish it. I guess it's a room finish. I got a Christmas dinner to go to tonight, so I told him I'd help him get it in. So I'll get some footage of, I'll show you what the job looks like, and I'll get some footage of us getting it in. But like I said, I don't think I'm gonna stay and finish it. It's a broom finish. They're gonna have to do that. So stay with me. This ought to be interesting. We'll see how things go. I haven't used Northern in like a year or so. Northern Rosselli concrete. I mean, their concrete's usually good, but it's gonna be full of additives and stuff to make it dry. So hopefully, we don't have any issues, but we'll get it in there. Stay tuned. This is the job, guys. This brown building here. That's it. It's got garage doors on the other side. I'm kind of pulling in the back of it here. There's Mike's van. Every time Mike has got this old van, he keeps nursing it along. And the joke is he's gonna pay the last payment pretty soon. He's hilarious. I almost got the van paid off. It's like 15 years old. There it is, in all its glory. I got my Brentwood wheelbarrows, guys. If you do concrete or landscaping and you don't have these wheelbarrows, you're missing the boat, as I was for a long time. Dual wheels, fat tired. You can move a ton of concrete. If you ever watch my channel, you'll see us really move a lot of concrete with these barrels. There's Mike. Did you pay that van off yet? This job's gonna pay for the van. Last payment. What's that?
This is gonna be all mine.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that baby.
I'm gonna double up my payments this month.
That one video we got us doing the wheelbarrow on that sucker. I'll link that video. That was a funny one.
You met Don before? Don Rupert?
This is the job, guys. What is it? 54, Mike, by 37 or something?
Yes.
54 by 37 right here. Got radiant heat in it, like I said. It's got that good insulation, 1/4-inch bubble wrap right there. The good stuff. That'll keep the heat in there. We got a salamander running. There's some overhead doors. We're gonna probably be shooting through a few of them. This is it. This building's on a grade beam. I'm not sure how they got away with that, but I guess it's built on this grade beam. So they poured the grade beam first, just bolted a treated board and the wall right onto it. Looks like a 2x6 walls and a truss roof. And then this section's already done. I guess Mike poured that one section. Not sure why they did it that way, but that's the job, guys. Hopefully it goes good. There's no air pressure in this tubing, and they're worried about the tubing. So that was my first question. Here's a couple of splices in it. There's another splice over here. You can see it's different colors. So I guess if you're worried about the tubing, you could put air pressure to it. That way if we did damage it, which we won't, we never do, you'd know. So here we are. Okay guys, the wire mesh is not getting pulled up because we don't want that tubing up near the surface. Usually I would run fiber if we're not pulling the wire up, but they're not going to put any fiber in this, probably because it's a broom finish. This is the finish over here. That's what they're going for. So no fiber. I would have put maybe microfibers in it, but because you can broom microfibers. But wire mesh is on the bottom. We're not pulling it, and no fiber. So there's our tubing. 1/4-inch bubble wrap. good stuff. Oh, they got a vibra screed. It's gonna be using that. Thing's running right now just to keep it warmed up because it's cold. Show you what the outside of the building looks like, guys. And guess what? It is 20 after 10 and we still have no concrete. So I could have just sat at home with my coffee. I rushed over here because the concrete was coming in a half hour and it's been like an hour and a half. Still no concrete. So we wait. I just talked to Mike and he said the airlines at the plant that run the cement froze. So that's what's going on, I guess. So just waiting on mud here, guys, so we can get started. There's gonna be 4 of us pouring today. These guys are just here working on carpentry work, I guess. Here comes the mud, guys. There it is. Northern Roselli today. No Circle T. They're a couple hours late. Nice truck though. Looks nice. Stay tuned. So the concrete is here. We're gonna start in this door here. And I'm thinking we can wheel it to about here and then we should be able to shoot the rest of this. So I'm actually gonna start right out wheeling. I'm not afraid of wheeling. Me and Mike there are gonna wheel. And the other Mike, he's going to be puddling it out and setting his marks and stuff with the laser. So stay with us. I'll probably put this on a tripod and do a time lapse for you. Let's see what the mud looks like, guys. What do you think, Mike? You like the slump? Might want to back that barrel up. Hey guys, so the pour actually went pretty good here. I did a lot of wheeling. Obviously you can see me and Mark, that younger kid, tall kid there. Me and him did a lot of wheeling. The other guy he was really good. His nickname's Rabbit. He's really good. He ran the vibra screed. Mike was puddling and setting elevations with the laser, and it went pretty good. So you can see how we did it, guys. We wheeled the back part, and then as soon as we got far enough where we could reach in through the doorways with the concrete truck with all the chutes on, we would start shooting it. And it turns out it was actually colder than I thought. It was in the morning there, it was about 16 degrees. I think it only got up to like 31, 32 degrees that day, so it was cold. You can see the steam coming off this concrete because they do put hot water in concrete during the winter, and that helps it dry. And they also put, like, there was some accelerant in here that would help it dry because obviously it's not going to dry very good in the winter. But you can see what we're doing. We put these pieces of OSB down so that we didn't damage the tubing. As we're dumping the concrete, we keep it right on the plywood. We didn't, or the OSB. We didn't dump off the OSB, so we don't have to worry about damaging the tubing. Somebody's going to say that. But they could have put air in the tubing. The owner was worried about us damaging the tubing. So if you're worried about it, put air to it, and then you'll know if you do have an issue. Plus, like I showed you there was a couple splices in it. I'm not sure about the insulation details underneath this concrete. I did talk to the heating guy, and he says that this works as good as 2 inches of foam board, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that this is called slab shield? This It's like a radiant barrier. It's only a 1/4 inch thick, and that's what's underneath this concrete. I can't believe it's as good as 2 inches of closed cell foam, like spray foam or board foam. I mean, I really like the spray foam. That seems to, everyone I've talked to that has spray foam under their tubing, their house is just heated for literally nothing, and we live in cold climate. All right, guys, we're into the second truck here. Just pulling in. We're pouring a pretty tight slump today. Of course, it's full of chemicals and stuff. We want it to dry when it's just cold out. There's no plasticizer or nothing in this stuff. So we've been running about a 5.5 slump. Basically, we're wheeling the back half up into here, and then we're swinging over here, just shooting it out of the truck. That vibra-screed will pull 12 foot, excuse me. So we're on the second truck. We got 11 yards in, maybe 12 by now. We did dump a little bit out of that first truck. Put a little splash of water into it, make it a little more workable. Okay, guys, so right here, Mike's putting in a wet pad. He set that grade with a laser to the height we wanted. Then we used a 16-footer, and then Rabbit pulled it off with the vibra-screed. That's how we keep these floors flat. We use a laser to set a little pad, and then we screed a wet piece of concrete off of it. And here we are, just wheeling away, wheeling that whole back section, basically. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you don't own these Brentwood wheelbarrows and you do concrete work, you're definitely missing the boat. Those things are a game changer, really. I have a concrete buggy, and we don't use it very much anymore now that we got these big wheelbarrows. And you can see I'm wheeling it. I'm not afraid to get in there and wheel. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. I like to have my guys, Big Biscuit, he's a good wheeler, and Dustin, I like to have them wheel. But on this job, I would jump right in there and grab the wheelbarrow. I don't care. Let's get it done. Here's our third truck, guys. Here's our third truck. Hopefully we got enough with these 3 trucks. We're hoping, they put 11 yards on there. So we're hoping 33 yards will do it. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, boys and girls. So this is the last truck, guys, and this will be 33 yards. And we also got to pour that sidewalk where they were washing their trucks out that I showed you in the beginning of the video. Not to fault the drivers, because it wasn't their fault. Somebody decided that was a good place to wash out the trucks, because where we are, there isn't really a lot of places good to wash out. But that was a really bad idea. I don't think anybody was really thinking on that we're going to wash out the trucks. And they actually filled the whole thing full of water. And I mean, it's by the time we poured that sidewalk, it was later in the afternoon. It was later in the afternoon, so I don't think that was a good idea. That's all probably just going to freeze underneath there and not be good. So live and learn from your mistakes. I wouldn't do that, but it's done now. So me and Mark tried to clean it out the best we could and make the best of what we had. But just plugging along here, you can see we're getting the plywood out of there. Mike's cleaning it off and taking it out the door. And this is how we're doing it. We're just going to wheel just about, I think we're done wheeling right here. And then we're going to pull that chute in there and just shoot it right out. And we're actually finishing, like, this last piece, we're doing like 2 pulls. The vibra-screed does 12 feet, so we were doing it in 12-foot strips. So this last part, we worked like 24 feet out the door. We do 12 feet and then hopscotch over and do the other 12 feet and worked our way right out the door. That's how we did it. But like I said, the pour went pretty good, guys. Had a rough start in the morning, but I can't complain. I had fun. It was fun. It's fun helping somebody else on their job because, I don't know, a lot less stress on me. It's not my job. I don't have to worry too much. I was just there to help Mike get it in, and then I was able to leave when we were done. I was able to go to my Christmas dinner, and I just gave him a hand. He's helped me out before, so not a big deal. But I'm glad I helped him. It was cool pouring concrete in the winter. I don't usually like to do it, but I definitely didn't get cold, let's tell you that much. Once we got moving, I had long johns on. I was sweating. I was covered in sweat. There I'm puddling right there behind Rabbit. Me and Rabbit walking it down through. The other guy, I didn't know he was coming. His name's Don, the gentleman with the bow float in his hand. He did stay and help. So, I think we ended up with enough people where nobody really had to kill themselves on this one. So it worked out all good in the end. It was a good little pour. Ooh, lay her down, baby. Get right out of the way here. Look at that gray gold rolling out of there, huh? Gray gold, baby. Yeah, leave a hole. We don't want to. Looks like we're going to have enough mud. Hell yeah, boys. It's gonna be a win. I gotta clean this chute out. Looks like 33 is gonna do it, huh, Mike? Hopefully we got enough for the little sidewalk.
Don't fix us yet.
I know. We got enough for the sidewalk, hopefully. Watch yourself. Don't want to bump. It's gonna bump you, Mike. Mike, watch it.
Rabbit looks pleasant, doesn't he?
He's an animal right there.
And a mule.
And a mule. I'm gonna make you famous.
Bondo.
He's doing good.
If we keep him on steady.
I'm gonna make him famous.
Oh shit, he's done that with me before.
Gonna make him famous. Looks like you're gonna need a little splash, my man.
He's got it right in that.
We got all that water out of there for you, Mike.
I like it, thank you. Appreciate it.
I didn't like it, man.
I know, I knew it was driving you nuts.
It'd be 6 weeks.
Mark, come on out, get your boots out of there. And I think.
Okay guys, that's the finished product. Well, not the finished product, but, and they're gonna give it a hand floated finish, it looks like. That's what they're gonna end up doing here. It's all in 33 yards. I'm out of here, guys. I told Mike I'd help him get it in, and they're gonna finish it. Thanks for watching.